Welcome back to BEG Wrestling. What are we talking about? We are here. We're talking about a lot today, baby. Michigan, getting some transfers. We're going to talk about the 141-pound, break down the too soon rankings. And we have to talk about Bo Nickel, baby. We're going to be talking about Bo Nickel. But first, before we go into anything,
I just want to apologize. We missed a podcast last week, and it wasn't for a good reason. As you can see, my good buddy, my baby girl, passed. So, you know what, Zach? I've spent 2 weeks. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it rocked me. Spent 2 weeks. I'm down. I'm ready to have some laughs and have some fun.
you're ready to talk.
It's going to take something big for us to miss a week, but that qualified, folks.
Well,
But I'm ready. I'm ready to talk some wrestling.
Animals or something, man.
I got one thing to say, though. One final thing to say. Pets, specifically dogs, they're kind of like God's example of what unconditional love looks like. That's what it is to me. I mean, that little pup was just the most loyal, loving. All right.
Well, I have a cat. I have one cat.
Cat.
I've had that cat for like 16 years, and I'll tell you, unconditional love is not the word I would use to describe that relationship.
Well, cats are beasts.
It's very conditional love.
They just basically
as long as I feed her, she loves me. Yeah. All right, we got to move on to subscriber of the week. Well, this week it's got to be Brian TME. Brian TME, dude. He keeps. This is 3 weeks in a row.
Oh.
He says double the length. Okay.
I bet he was pleased with us last week. Daggone.
Brian, email us your address and shirt size.
All right,
send
Brian.
you a BEG Wrestling t-shirt. These shirts are flying off the shelves, by the way. Dude, these shirts, people, they're flying all over America, folks. It's unbelievable. I got to bet. I got a wager out on whether we'll see one in the national championships next year. But, all right, let's dive right into it. We've waited long enough.
All
the
right.
first thing we want to talk about, it's not Bo yet. We'll get into Bo, but it's Michigan. It's Austin Gomez.
Oh,
Technically with a year left.
The big rumor.
Bormet, go away. What is going on in Michigan? Big bully you.
You know what? Of course, the rumor is Austin Gomez is now in Michigan's RTC. Okay? And if you remember, Chance Lamar left Michigan right at the weight class that Austin Gomez is. And Austin Gomez has 1 year left. What do you think Bormet's going to do? I mean, go and buy the fifth AA for his starting lineup this year? Yeah, that's what I believe. And boy, has our sport changed.
What's wrong with that?
Our sport has changed, and you know, I was driving in the truck this week, and I had these negative thoughts of all the direction that things could go and all the things, and I thought, no, I got to stop. I have to start to think, well, what's some of the good parts about this?
Yeah.
Here's one good part. Folks, we're going to have a couple outstanding duels this year. And Michigan, Penn State, heck, Iowa State, Penn State. I could keep going.
Well, it's turning into what college football has turned into, is it not? Where, you have your super teams.
Yep, we got
outside of those powerhouse 5-6 teams, I mean, really, outside of that, it's just kind of playing for fun.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is
that good for the sport? Yeah.
When Wisconsin wrestles Michigan, is there any suspense there? No. And if we've now evolved into 4 or 5 super teams and all the rest, not just one level down, like 2 levels, 3 levels down because people were out there buying, you can start to see the negative aspects. Let me ask you, Zach.
Okay.
If I played point counterpoint, and my first point is, okay, by what's happening in our sport right now. And by the way, can I just say that it doesn't look like it's going to change because the NCAA is not going to do a thing about this. And
No.
they sort of put everything on the universities as police yourselves. We don't want anything to do with it.
It's
police
a cop
yourselves.
out. It's a cop out.
And in fact, somebody
The
was saying,
unstructured NCAA.
yeah,
is
one
a cop out.
One school was kind of chewing the NCAA out about technically it's illegal for you to give money to an athlete with the condition that he needs to attend this particular university. That is illegal. But it's basically unenforceable. So it's you might as well say it's not a rule. And everything's a go. Just have at it. And I mean, my thing is, okay, I'm worrying about it's taking a lot of excitement away from all the duels. Whenever a super team meets a super team, yep, we'll all be up, we'll all be excited, we'll all be pumped about that duel. But what about all the other duels? What about Illinois going up against Iowa or something? Like it's a foregone conclusion what's going to happen when you get teams this loaded. By the way, let me finish the rumor mill of, Gable Stevenson's coming back. And, why would he come back? Let me think about that. Well, we kind of joked a little bit the last episode about, he needs a little dose of that attention. But really, the real answer is the money grab. And for him to really get a money grab, he would leave Minnesota. And I mean, there's rumors out there.
Money in the WWE. Does he need a money grab?
You would think not, but I mean, things aren't looking real bright over in WWE. So why not go grab me $250,000 or whatever it might be? I know one thing. I can think of a couple schools right now that I've heard are trying to get him. Now, this is just rumor land, so who knows? But could you imagine him at Iowa State? Because right now, when I look at Iowa State's lineup, oh my goodness. Let's say Stevenson ended up at Iowa State and Bastida stayed down at 97, because originally they were saying, well, Bastida's going to go up. And they got Feldkamp for 84.
Interesting, you got Redding at 33.
Oh, yeah. And you say, well, here's my main point I'm trying to make. The good news about this is everyone had Penn State foregone conclusion. They're going to blow through, run the table on all the duels, and then they're going to make a bid to beat the 170 point that the 1997 Iowa Hawkeyes set. And there's no real excitement.
We'll get into
this year.
that.
I'm saying false. Penn State could lose this year in a duel. Whether they hit that 170 or not, that's going to be everything has to go right. But as far as the duels, which you think, well, I'm telling you, I could put together a couple cases where if everything went right, more than one team could beat Penn State this year, and you'd say, well, get out of here. That's ridiculous. But here's a great example. The 1997 record-breaking team.
Do you want to get into this now? Let's go, baby.
Should have had a loss.
Okay, I had this in the comments review, but yeah, we had a couple people. Skyman, we had Marty Nowak, both commenting on this GOAT team of all time episode that we had previously.
By the way, it was
they had a problem with the fact that we had Penn State basically having any chance to win.
It was the greatest comment we've had since starting this podcast, because when I seen that comment, who made that comment?
Well, Skyman and Marty Nowak both argued against our results.
Well, whoever posted that link, and you're showing it right now?
Yeah, okay. You're talking about the highlight of, who was it? This is the dual meet of Penn State and Iowa back in 97.
Yep, Metcalf got decked.
Metcalf, which this is the dual meet. It was Penn State and Iowa. By the way, Penn State wasn't even great back then, were they?
They were okay.
I mean, this wasn't a Cale Sanderson Penn State team, but
folks,
this Iowa team, Okay, everyone's dogging the Penn State and any Lions of this year.
Greatest team of all time. Look.
Okay, slow down because these Iowa kids, Hawkeyes, Huskers, they would have lost that dual meet to Penn State. If that pin was called.
Yes.
And it should have been called.
Iowa won that bout.
Look at that video, folks.
22-15. It was a 9-point swing.
Wow.
9-point swing. Penn State beats the greatest team of all time.
The greatest team of all time.
That year.
They had
and tell me that's not a pin.
Refs who were wearing their glasses. They would have lost that dual meet. Where was that at?
I don't know.
Do you remember? Was that in Iowa?
Is that
it had to be in Iowa.
Is that Angel Rivera? Is that I'm just
Touche.
I'm just trying
to
what the heck kind of money was flying around.
All right.
Flying around back then too. Here you go.
How old is Angel Rivera?
Here you go. Don't call that pin. Brands were over there. No.
Is that where they made the statue from? I don't even know, man. I don't even know, dude.
Wow.
Okay, hang on. Back to Michigan. Okay, is Gomez going to be in the lineup? Is Bormet going to win our official recruiter of the year? Recruiter of the year? Yeah. He's front runner now over Brands, isn't he?
I mean, let's wait to see where Stevenson ends up because, believe me.
You think Stevenson's going somewhere?
I hope he goes.
Other than Minnesota.
I hope he goes to Iowa.
Oh, now you're rooting for the super teams.
He goes
now you're rooting for the super teams. Now, 2 seconds ago, you didn't want super teams.
By the way, Zach, did you notice? Let me divert just for a second. I got my tooth fixed. Did you see that? Look. See, that tooth was chipped so bad it looked like Hillbilly Bob.
Yeah, well.
Hillbilly Bob over here. Every time I said something.
No one ever noticed it. Now the fact you mention it, they're going to go watch our past episodes.
I know, and my wife wife says.
Why was I listening to that, dude?
She says, why don't you get that tooth fixed? That's what she said, and I thought,
hey, folks, that's what 8K YouTube video will get you. This ain't no regular YouTube channel, baby. We're running 8K. You can see the sweat running down our faces. Okay, you're talking about Iowa. How about Gabe Arnold, dude? He just won the U20 Pan Ams. 33. No one scored a point on that boy. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Gabe. I'm serious.
Come on. The under-20 team goes down to Pan Am. Individual points. Our 10 guys scored 350-some points. The opposition scored 15.
Russia wasn't.
Individual points. Now, I was making the case, at some point, you don't brag about the title you just won. We had 9 champions and 1 runner-up. And of the 9 champions, they hardly gave up a point. Like, every guy won 10-0, 10-0, 11-0.
I got a question. Who was the runner-up?
The heavyweight.
Come on, dude. You're the one, dude.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's an ouch. To the heavyweight U20. I don't even know what his name is, but
anyway.
Staying on Iowa, I don't know. Did you see AJ Ferrari? Some of his Twitter posts lately?
Oh, my goodness.
Talking about flipping tires.
Flipping tires.
I'm talking about 225 pounds and 7% body weight, baby.
You got to show that picture. Did you see how he said it?
Well, that's him laying after a massage. I think he was right behind Deshaun Watson. Yikes! I'm not inclining anything.
Because of my superior genes.
Because
of my superior genes. I'm 7% body fat, 225. By the way, if he's
the one before
25. If he's 225 and 7% body fat, he's not going to be at 97. And if he does suck the whole way down to 97, he has, believe me.
Oh, he will dominate Brooks. I saw him throwing tires around.
Are you kidding me?
500-pound tires. He's flipping them up and down, flipping them. Running up and down, flipping them, dude, like just a straight doll.
He's only got 7% body fat. Where's he going to take off 30 pounds?
No, my question is, 7? That should be like 0.5. Look at that man. I mean... You better hope he ain't going to Iowa because we're having a whole new conversation when it comes to Go Team, when it comes to who's winning next year. I'll tell you right now, Michigan is coming. Big Bully U is getting them transfers in, and I was pulling strings too. Tom Brands is pulling strings too, baby. AJ's coming. He's got 3 Ferraris. He's going to have Gable. Wow.
Tom Brands has a train wreck about to happen. Now, if he pulls this off, if Tom Brands pulls this off without major turmoil in his team over the next 2 years, I give up. I will never say another bad word. By the way, I love Tom Brands. We all love Tom Brands. He's great for our sport. Do I have to say that every time that I criticize a little bit? But if he pulls this off, because let's look at what he's doing here. He brings in Voinovich. Okay,
yeah, clarify what exactly this gamble is. You say he's taking here.
Well, he brings in Caliendo, okay, and between Caliendo, Franek. First off, Anthony's not going to be able to start. Now, to you, does the Ferraris look like the kind of, mind you, AJ won as a freshman. He didn't sit. He didn't
dominated.
Do they look like the kind of family that says,
sitting.
"Oh, no. That's okay. That's red shirt or that's sit on the bench. Anthony will get better."
Valid point.
Anthony will get better.
Valid point.
Do you really think Anthony will beat Franek or Caliendo?
I don't think Pop's Ferrari is going to be happy with any Ferrari sitting on the bench.
And I highly doubt this, but let's say he claims I can go down to 49. Okay, I'm going to go down to 49. And I'm going to beat both Seabrick and Voinovich. Anthony. Now, the chances Anthony starts are slim. Now, point 2, the rumor.
That might be part of the deal, though.
Yeah. Part 2, the rumor with Stevenson wanting a big money grab and him maybe going to either Iowa or Iowa State or somewhere. Let's say he goes to Iowa. Okay. We just made Cash really mad.
I hope.
AJ ain't getting down to 97.
Well, I don't want to name drop here, but rumor is, dude, the sports betting thing, and I don't want to.
That's true.
Say anything, but I'm just gonna say what I've read on Twitter that Cassiope's one of the dudes tied up.
Well, nobody's been saying any names.
And no one wants to say any names. I'm going to say the name I've read. It's Cassiope's one of them. So that would make sense if Gable's coming because Cassiope's out.
Okay, let's say that AJ gets through all this muck. Okay? Or these legal troubles.
Let's say.
Somehow he gets through and whatever. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the bench, Mr. AJ, because here is our Gable Stevenson just came to town, and you'll be on the bench. Thank you very much.
No. What?
Thank you very much.
Talking about AJ? We 197.
AJ ain't getting down to 197. You seen that picture? He's laying there getting the massage. I'm 225, 7%.
Okay. Well, Tom Brands ain't taking them both without having a plan. But
I don't think Tom Brands has.
You bring that up. I just thought about this. I would love to see AJ versus Gable because Gable's advantage is his speed at that weight. It's his speed and strength with the speed. AJ's got it all, baby. I think AJ
could be.
I think Gable. AJ's on a whole different level, and we just haven't seen him.
We all would love to see AJ against Gable. I'll agree. Ooh. I'll agree.
Wow,
because
see that.
I agree with you. The way to beat Stevenson is with speed, i.e.
that's what
Kassar
did. Yes, and, exactly.
And with that said, I mean, back to Iowa. I mean, he's got Kennedy. Kennedy's gonna be hurting. I mean, where's the loyalty around here? Kennedy will be walking around practice. Where's the loyalty? Because you're on the bench, Kennedy. I'm sorry. We brought in a stud, Caliendo. Sorry, dude. I did everything you asked, Coach. I even put in extra time. Where's the loyalty?
Listen, you talk about loyalty all the time, okay? And I get where you're coming from. And Penn State's that's what they have going for them. So I get it. But I'll give you. Let me give you the other side of the coin here. And I'm in Iowa, and it's like, dude, we're gonna like bring in the best we can bring in. And if you don't make the team, you don't. And hey. Check this out. No, hey, check this out. What? Guess how it is as soon as you graduate. Guess how it is.
Oh,
That's how it is. That's how the real world is. So Penn State's living in fantasy land where we do people favors and we want to give you cupcakes. Meanwhile, Iowa we're dogs, dude. You eat and you're only as good as what you did basically today. And that's how the real world is. Hello. I've been in corporate America 14 years. I've been performing. Okay. If I didn't, I'd be out. I've been working at Iowa for 14 years. You've been living in Penn State in fantasy.
What we're talking about here is the difference between a team that makes people better and a team that don't.
Well, that's okay. Wow, you really twisted that real quick, didn't you?
Kale
makes people better.
Kale's saying Facundo right now. Look, dude.
Okay.
I believe
How about this?
I believe in you.
A team that makes people better but doesn't prepare them for the real world. No, I'm serious.
No.
Oh, okay, maybe Iowa, maybe you're not going to get as good in that fantasy land that Penn State's running. We're going to prepare you for the real world.
Here's a point. I'm going to bring up another name. He was the head coach of my son and you. And his name is Dave Bowersox. Now, Dave Bowersox is
shout out Coach Bowersox.
Great coach and all.
Littlestown High School.
Here was Coach Bowersox's strongest point. Coach Bowersox, by the way, is one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, he will make you laugh.
I'll second that.
Well, he had the ability that when kids were at the biggest matches that are about to happen, he's talking about somebody in the stands cracking a joke like seconds before you run out to wrestle. Like he had the way to keep a wrestler loose. And the one thing I learned is this ain't football where I got heavy metal music going. I'm getting pumped up. I gotta go. Save your energy, dude. Save your energy. Stay loose. I swear you can think faster when you're loose and loosey-goosey. And Dave Bowersox had that ability, and he had some kids, including, you overachieved. Corey, my other son, did great.
What? I overachieved.
Well, you played basketball. You played basketball for half a century, dude. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Okay. I'm saying, what are you doing?
I gotta get you here.
What are you doing?
I overachieved. Hang on. Okay. First of all, Bowersox talking about people in the stands. He was pointing out the hot girls. Hey, check that girl out here in the front row. You win this match, you might get her number. He was phenomenal at that. I gotta play devil's advocate. Where was the seriousness though? I don't know.
Serious? We did all the work. We did all the work. We're prepared. We're ready.
I like that coaching style. I like that coaching style.
Let's have some fun. Now, you ever see the Brands come out to a match? They look like
I don't like the Brands.
They're like possessed.
Match.
Here's their eyes. Watch.
Mindset. They're too intense. Yeah.
Oh man.
I do agree with you there.
I'm tighter than a drum.
Well, first of all, I was always coached and taught you do all the work. You won the match or you won the game before the game started. You won it or lost it in the weeks of practice leading up. So come the match day, if you know you perform in practice, there ain't nothing to be nervous about.
That's right.
The people who are nervous are the dudes who know they didn't put in the work, so they got to pull a rabbit out of the hat if they want to make this happen. Those are the dudes who are nervous, but. All right, we're getting off the rails here. My goodness. Back to you mentioned Gomez to Michigan. You really expect him to come back, and is there any other transfers or commitments recently that are notable?
Well, just let's see what happens with Stevenson. The Gomez, if he's not in that Michigan lineup, I'll be shocked. I'm just going to say it the way Bormet's done it. He's got
Touche Bormet.
Yeah, Bormet.
Touche Bormet.
Is it Bormet or is it Bormet?
I don't know.
I thought it was Bormet, but I don't know. You know what? I say every name wrong. I don't. It doesn't matter. You guys.
We are the pronunciation experts in college wrestling. Who are you kidding?
Well, purchase agent of the year, Bormet, and that's what
he
you are.
He is a leading candidate. He is leading, and the odds are Bormet like minus 400. Brands now at plus 200.
Thanks for
We'll take
killing
your
our
bets.
sport, Bormet.
We'll take your bets here.
Appreciate it.
Wrestling.
Appreciate it.
You
I mean,
saw the odds.
all of a sudden gyms are empty because our duels team can't even win a match. We got one stud. We trained him. He got third last year at nationals, and then he left. Next year we're going to see double the amount of portal potties.
Okay,
We're going to see double the amount.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a pair of BG underwear for being our Debbie Downer of the week after that negative performance. Are you kidding me? Are you ready to get into 141
Yes.
too soon
Yes.
predictions, baby? Because
Yes.
I did research. I am ready here. Before we get started, I will break down. I'll read you real quick the top 10 out of WrestleStat currently as of Sunday, July 9th. And then I'll read you flows, and then I'll actually give you the real ranking. So, WrestleStat first. Number 1, Andrew Alirez. 2, Real Woods. 3, Bo Bartlett. 4, Lachlan McNeil. 5, Brock Hardy. 6, Cole Matthews. 7, Dylan Ragusan. 8, Dylan D'Amelio. 9, Zach Redding. And 10, Clay Carlson. Flow rankings. Number 1, Andrew Alirez. Number 2, Real Woods. Number 3, Bo Bartlett. Number 4, Lachlan McNeil. Number 5, Brock Hardy. Number 6, Clay Carlson. Number 7, Dylan Emilio. Number 8, CJ Composto out of Penn. Number 9, Cole Matthews. Number 10, Ryan Jack. Initial thoughts before you get into your too soon finishers.
Look, Jack.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts is, first off, remember Alira says, well, I'm going to take a Olympic shirt next year. I won't be back. We don't know. What's going on with Alirez? Is he coming?
Apparently
Let's pretend he's coming back.
He's in both rankings, so he's back.
Well, we don't know. Where was he on the freestyle circuit, by the way? I didn't see no Alirez, so I don't know.
We have to assume he's back, and he is back. Let's look at his record versus some of the comparable competition here. He did lose. He's 1-1 versus Woods. He did lose to Woods in 2022, but won most recently. He's 1-0 versus Bartlett, 1-0 versus McNeil, 3-2 versus Carlson. They've had quite the... Carlson's tough, and he's 0-1 versus Composto out of Penn. Come on, Penn! Shout out, Penn! That's Andrew Alirez, okay? So if we assume he's back, well, why don't we do this, dude? I'll go through. I'm going to give you a breakdown. Then I'm going to tell you the comparable matchups.
Okay.
And then you give your top 10. I'll give mine.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should probably go by someone's ranking. So next I'll read, before I give my rankings, spoiler alert. We don't want spoiler alerts. Real Woods was the unanimous number 2. 1-1 versus Alirez. 3-0 versus Brock Hardy. 1-0 versus D'Amelio. 1-0 versus Bartlett. 0-1 versus Matthews. 1-0 versus Composto. 0-1 versus Carlson. 1-0 versus Swiderski. Okay? I'm just gonna give top 4 because I just already got bored. That's how fast I got bored. Bo Bartlett. Actually, no. Give your top 10.
Okay.
Bam! That's how fast we make changes here on BG Wrestling. We just move, baby. We roll.
Okay.
What is your top 10? Hang on. Let me write these down. Are you ready? Did you do research?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm a little stuffed up right now. Do you care if I...
What? You need to take a nose break?
Yeah, can we? I don't care.
Time out, folks. Nose break.
All right.
Ew, dude.
What? What? A man's got to breathe. Dang.
I might have to keep that. I might have to. I get some water over here.
All right.
No one's listening. No one's listening, dude.
Here's how I see it. Here's how I see it.
All right. Give us your...
I can't believe I just did that in front of...
Wow.
Okay. Remember, Alirez he'll be seated first.
Yep.
Now, I want to see their schedule, but there's a chance he may run the table and stay undefeated. I'm assuming Alirez gets the first seed going in the Nationals. Okay?
That's fair.
With that, here's my champions. or here's my top 8. The champion, I've seen enough, folks. Oh, boy, here goes Homer boy. Bartlett has shown me enough. Mr. Bo Bartlett will be our 141 champion this coming year. And
wow.
He will go through Woods and Alirez. And I've seen it.
Hot dog, folks.
We're talking, it's called the Big C, confidence.
I was thinking the Big C Kale.
That too. So I got Bartlett as 1 and Alirez as 2.
Shocker, the Penn State homer coming in with his boy Bo.
I know. Woods, here's the thing about Woods.
You got Woods at...
Okay, when we think, here he goes bashing Iowa again. No, I'm just stating some facts. Whether it was Lugo, whether it was Ironman, whether it was Woods, whether it was Teskey, whether it was Cassiope, whether it was all these people they transfer in.
Okay.
Has any of them won a title? No, none of them have won a title, and almost every one of them, with the exception of, say, Teskey, were kind of expected to win the title. Now, do I think Woods has the ability to win a title? Absolutely. I just think that things have a way of. I don't think Woods is going to ever win a title.
Okay, so
and then you can all pick on me.
You're not putting.
You can all pick on me afterwards, but I have Woods as 3, and I don't think he'll.
So you have Alirez 2.
This is his last year, Woods. So I think he'll go down as not having a title.
Alirez 2, just to clarify.
Yes, Alirez 2. Now at 4, I have either one. Now I put D'Amelio, but
Ew.
I got Mendez. I expect it to be a Mendez. Ohio State is
Jesse
too
Mendez?
good.
Yeah.
They're too good to sit Mendez. The whole rest of the lineup is too strong. I can see Tom Ryan talking Mendez is.
I don't have Mendez wrestling.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I expect Mendez to be there and
That's
to be top 4.
Okay.
But
okay.
let's say Mendez for some reason does red shirt. Even D'Amelio. I mean, he has shown promise, and
okay.
I got D'Amelio at 4.
Are you serious?
I got Hardy at 5.
Whoa. No. We can't move on from D'Amelio.
Hardy wrestled
dude.
hurt, by the way.
About D'Amelio at 4.
Oh, no. You're going to hit me with stats.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am going to hit you with freaking stats because that's outrageous. D'Amelio at 4? You're dementia, dude.
What? What?
Okay. Tell me who D'Amelio has beaten ever.
Okay.
Ever in his career.
He's beaten.
Yeah. No one. Yeah.
Bartlett.
Good answer.
Bartlett.
No, he didn't. He's 0-2 versus
sworn.
Bartlett. 0-1 versus
that was
Woods.
in freestyle. That was in freestyle.
That was in
all the fans
different
say,
league.
"Hey, look, Wayne's right. I remember that."
Yeah, well, no, they don't. 0-1 versus Woods, 0-1 Bartlett, 0-1 McNeil, 0-1 Hardy. Okay, he beat Matthews 1-0, and he beat Hines, which I don't even know how Hines made my honorable mention list here. That's your 4th. You're sure? You're sticking with it? Or Mendez if he's wrestles?
You could talk me into putting him down a couple.
Don't let me talk you out of it.
I made it easy
But
because I really expected Mendez, but
Okay.
I got
Go ahead on 5.
Hardy. I got Hardy at 5.
Okay,
I
there
got
you go.
Matthews at 6. Now here's my 7th. Could be much higher, like top 4.
Okay.
Swiderski.
Okay,
Swiderski is a stud, and I think he had some injuries he was dealing with last year. And 8, I could put a bunch of guys. There's a bunch of guys that are right there, and but I'm putting Cornella from
Cornella. Yeah. Did he go there just because his name is?
He probably did. Yeah, he probably did. But there's
I
others.
said, what? That can't be right, dude. I'm doing the research. There's no way his name is Cornell and he went to Cornell.
Really, I think this weight is top heavy. I think the top 3 or 4.
It is.
The top.
No, it's top 3.
If Mendez is in there, you got to put 4.
No, well, there is 4. No, well, actually, I disagree. Well, first of all,
What?
Okay. Well, I did not. Let me before
You
I
have
get
watched
into mine.
Mendez wrestle, right?
Okay, so your top 8 are Bartlett, Alirez, Woods,
Yes.
then Mendez or D'Amelio,
Yep.
Hardy, Matthews, Swiderski, and Cornella
Yes.
from Cornell.
Bam.
That's cute. That's correct. I will tell you exactly
that's cute.
what if Alirez is wrestling, it's Alirez, okay? He did lose to Woods in 2022, but then he came back to beat him, and he's only 3-2 against Carlson, but Alirez, I mean, we saw him at the end of the year.
Not to interrupt you, but can I make one sentence right here and I'll shut up? Technically, Woods is the most gifted wrestler in this weight class. No, wait. I want to take that back because I think Bartlett's the most athletic. But Woods, I just think that something's against. Oh,
What is the difference between gifted and athletic?
Woods has the whole. I mean, he's dangerous from top. I think.
All right, enough with the excuses, dude. I'm doing unbelievable. All right. You got Bartlett winning. Okay, I am also on the Bartlett train. He's not going to win. I got Bartlett at 2. Okay. Now Bartlett he's 0-1 versus Alirez. He's 0-1 versus Woods. Now Bartlett has quite the resume versus everyone else. 2-0 versus McNeil. 1-0 versus Matthews. 2-0 versus Carlson. He is 0-1 versus Brock Hardy. He's 2-0 versus D'Amelio, who you have 4. Redding 1-0 and Hines 1-0. So Bartlett's coming, baby. I got Bartlett in the Penn State coaching at 3rd or at 2nd, and coming in at 3rd, I might blow your mind, but I'm talking Lachlan McNeil. Okay, now he's a sophomore this year at North Carolina. He has not wrestled Woods. He's 0-1 versus Alirez, lost 6-4. That was a tight match.
Yeah.
0-2 versus Bartlett. He's 1-0 versus Hardy, 1-0 versus D'Amelio, 1-0 versus Hines, 1-2 versus Jack, 0-1 versus Matthews. But I'm telling you, this McNeil kid, I've talked before about that freshman to sophomore year jump.
Yeah.
And that's why I have him beating out Real Woods. Real Woods coming in at 4th. I've seen this from Iowa, the wrestler who's there forever and then is there a year too long, and then that last year they don't perform up to expectations. That's going to be what Real Woods does this year. That was Spencer Lee last year. I mean, I can go on and on. I could tell you about Real Woods' record, but you know his resume. Real Woods at 4. Number 5 is Brock Hardy. Brock Hardy actually beat Bartlett. He's 1-0 versus Bartlett.
Have we seen the difference in Bartlett lately?
Well, it wasn't that long ago. It was January, February, March.
Yeah.
March.
No, it was during the
2022 March
It was during the regular season
of 2022. January, February, March 2022. We beat Bartlett 7-3. Beat D'Amelio. You're 4. Okay, that's who I got at my 5 is Hardy. 6, you got to put Carlson, dude. Carlson does work.
That's true.
Carlson, okay. If there's one person who's going to beat Alirez, it's Carlson, who's 2-3 versus Alirez, who's 1-0 versus Real Woods. Who is this kid? How is he being overlooked? I mean, I'm looking at WrestleStat. They got like 2 kids who are bumping up. And you do too. D'Amelio and Ragusan or Redding from 133. Them boys don't have a chance to get out of here with that. Get out of here. I'm talking Clay Carlson. This boy has done work. He's 2-0 versus Swiderski, by the way. You're 8. He's 2-0. He's 1-0 versus Jack, 1-0 versus Hines, 1-1 versus Hardy. And the only kid he can't beat is Bartlett. Carlson coming in at 6, dude.
That's a strong pick.
Cole Matthews is going to get 7th. He's 1-0 versus Woods. Now he's 0-1 versus Bartlett. He's 1-0 versus McNeil. Everyone all about McNeil. Now he is 0-2 versus D'Amelio. He's 4-0 versus Jack.
What?
Yeah,
What did you say?
D'Amelio, like,
What?
pick your... pick your flavor of the week.
Kabam!
Okay.
Kabam!
But, Cole Matthews here, he's going to be a senior. I like his resume. He's got a resume. Cole Matthews at 7.
Tough Pennsylvania wrestler right there.
And coming in at 8, I got Ryan Jack.
Oh,
Ryan Jack.
That's just because you like his name. Come on.
No, that's because
he is tough.
2-1 versus McNeil, 1-1 versus Hardy, 1-1 versus Hines. Now he is 0-4 versus Matthews, but Ryan Jack, dude, just puts in the work.
I will say this: from about 6 to
It's a hodgepodge.
12th,
It's an
there's
absolute-
6 people in there, or even maybe more than 12th. Would not surprise me at all to see one of them on the stand.
Some of the names that I had who didn't make the top 8, D'Amelio, you mentioned, Zach Redding, McKelly Haynes, CJ Composto out of Penn, and Dylan Ragusan.
First off, I thought Redding was at 33.
Well,
but
I think one of these two have him.
The Composto at
WrestleStat has him at 141.
At Penn. You can't say enough about Penn. There's no doubt they're heading in the right direction. I mean, there's just simply no doubt. They better find some money over there to go buy some people, or they're not going to keep up with the elite 4 or 5.
Well, they're Ivy League. I don't think they're exactly worried about wrestling. They're probably worried about science and
I don't know,
cancer and stuff. But
cancer.
All right, I don't know, dude. We got to talk about Bo.
Okay,
Bo got hands. We got to bring in our UFC expert, baby. It's UFC Drew.
Casual fan Drew's coming back.
Casual fan Drew. We give him
Casual
a different nickname.
fan Drew.
We give him a different nickname every week. Who cares?
UFC expert. Casual fan Drew.
UFC expert Drew. We're going to take a break, folks. We will be right back. Okay, folks, we are back here with Casual Fan Drew, our UFC expert, dude. We want to talk about what everyone is talking about, and that is Bo got hands nickel.
Okay, all
38 seconds over Val Woodbury. Give us a breakdown. Val Woodbury was 7-0 coming into this.
UFC debut, though. It was his UFC debut.
Okay.
So there's levels to this, as we're very aware of the situation.
Who's that a quote from? What's his name?
Anyone says it. Everyone says it now. There's levels to everything. But I give credit where credit's due with Bo. His precision was excellent. I will give it that. I will say he had that. He almost looked like, I'm going to say it. It's going to sound crazy. He had that Conor McGregor precision.
Boom.
When you're hitting Sean O'Malley.
You're mentioning some big
You did
names.
not just say that.
Conor's the GOAT. He's my favorite of all time, okay? But the precision, I mean, look, everyone go in there, throw hands, and catch somebody. But he pieced him up. I'll give it to him. But let's relax a little bit. Please.
I'm tense.
This guy.
I'm tensed
Let's
up.
clarify what happened to Gore. Gore had a injury. Is why he couldn't fight, right?
Listen,
Or
when you
was he
get those
scared?
opportunities to fight people like that on the card of that night last night, that card was stacked last night.
Oh yeah, that was.
Look, I don't blame Val. Take that fight every day of the week. I'll take the fight. I'd get destroyed, but I'm taking it. I don't care.
You would have looked like Val.
It's
out
fly
there.
or die.
That's
I think I can.
Val. That was. I'm sorry. 7-0. Who was he fighting? Cupcakes.
Yeah, listen, that guy looked big too. He sold me. That's
Val
fake
looked
muscle,
like-
fake muscles. That's what that was.
No,
called.
Val was like. Did you see them line up? Bo was looking down on him like it was
didn't
his
honestly
child.
didn't and heights.
Val's like 5'3", dude.
Didn't
I
realize
said,
the height
"What?"
thing. Height thing.
I
Was,
said, no wonder at one point Bo was the largest favorite of any
listen.
UFC fight of all time. At one point,
I didn't understand.
did not finish that high, but dude, and you don't even know who Bo is. That means how bad is this Val, dude?
Drew, I didn't understand that.
what's that?
That he was the biggest favorite of all time.
Yeah,
It was
what?
because the guy's his UFC debut, and he's going.
Yeah, but he's
against
7-0.
Yeah, it's like winning cornhole tournaments against kids at a park. Doesn't mean anything, right? You got to win when it's a big tournament.
That's right. That's right.
No, I mean, look, I drank the Kool-Aid a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I also
Whose
want
Kool-Aid? Bo's Kool-Aid?
Val's. I was drinking Val's Kool-Aid. 3 first-round finishes out of his 5 fights, dude.
Right.
I was like, dude, you gonna give me a plus 1,600 odds for a finish?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
I
Any
would
day
have
of the week.
bet. If I
Every day of
bet
the
that
week.
match, I would have bet Val. Yeah, I mean, just because his odds were so
money-wise,
outrageous.
against a wrestler, but he he looked good.
And we still don't know if Bo has a chin.
Nah, he don't got no. I don't know about the chin. I don't know.
I want to see Bo get clocked in the chin. I really do.
Will they finally make the Kamjat guy fight him? Because that dude, Chemaidov, is he can wrestle. He's that Russian wrestler type raw.
Let's put him on.
And he can punch, man. But
Now, where's this guy ranked?
I mean, he can't make weight. That's the problem. Like it's a joke to him.
Was he top 5?
Yeah, he is. So they don't, and UFC knows what they're doing. Do you put Bo up there, he gets chewed up.
Bo's getting a big fight next fight, 100%.
Well, wouldn't you think
Got to
it'd
be a top 15.
I was going to say it's got to be top
to be.
15, right?
If it's
I mean,
not,
the
no one
next
cares
Bo
again.
fight is the fight that we want to see.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
guess.
you would think the next one is going to be around 10th ranked.
15, 10 to 15.
yeah, I would say maybe 15. Just someone with some experience. That's just what I want to see.
Well, we have no placeholder for Bo yet. I mean, there hasn't even been a fight. Everything's like all of his fights been finished in less than like a minute.
To me,
It's crazy.
I want someone that's not afraid. Don't be afraid. And you can see that. That guy last
I
night.
don't think that kid was afraid.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
didn't even make a move. That's called being scared. He didn't make a move.
That's
Even
true.
when
He
Bo
did not make
fainted
a move.
in slow motion, when he was fainting, he didn't even move. Like
Yeah.
he was so paranoid of getting taken down, where he just forgot Bo had hands. I mean, at that point, he just was looking
was
down.
he in that for a paycheck? I don't know.
I mean,
No, he was 7-0. He wasn't in for a paycheck.
yeah,
I'll say
well,
this though.
he'll never fight UFC again. So that sucks.
Wow. Yikes. How about Bo's post-match interview though?
Classy.
I mean, dude, how can you not love Bo? Shouting out his wife,
Yeah,
saying, you
kid.
know what? My
That's-
number one priority is
Father and a husband.
being a father and a husband.
And
dude.
shooting elk.
And you know what? Yeah, and I'm going to shoot elk.
This is going to be
I'm going to hunt bear.
This is going to be surprising to both of you youngins.
Okay.
That typically is the perfect interview for me. Oh, I like the humble guy. Humble's number one for me. And all that. You understand that? However, you take a McGregor. There's a man that knows how to make some money. And I know it's not in Bo. It's not in Bo to be the bad guy.
He's trying though. He is showing a little bit.
No. He can play an angle here.
He has played a little bit
Listen.
because he's like, oh,
You
makes
can be
sense.
a great
Makes
and
sense.
publicly committed, great husband and father, and also be a bad man.
Oh, he already is that.
And I'm telling you, he just needs to ramp up. But I think, to Bo's credit, it's not time to talk yet. He don't have any room to talk yet.
Okay,
Let him beat some people, and then
Yeah, I mean,
you're
agree
gonna
with
see
that.
Bo come out, dude. It
It's
ain't
sorta
gonna
like-
be no Gable Stevenson WWE talk.
I was just
Soft.
gonna say,
It
it's
ain't
sorta
gonna be that, baby.
It's like Stevenson in WWE.
I'm telling you
That's
right now.
what's missing.
I got Bo, greatest UFC fighter of all time, baby. He's never losing.
Stop.
He's never losing.
Stop.
Whoa,
Stop.
whoa, whoa!
Let me put my shades on. That hot take, I can't see.
No
Jeez,
wonder he was
no.
busting against D'Amelia.
Yeah, listen.
He's obviously hit his head somewhere.
No.
Leo
Yeah.
has not beaten anyone.
But how important
Don't
wrestling?
make me bust them
Wrestling
stats
in
back
the
out.
UFC is big. I'll tell you what. The early prelims what I watched yesterday. There's a guy named Camelia Kirk. Pretty good. It's a good fighter. Okay, early prelims. So you're looking at okay guys. Wrestled a guy his second UFC fight. He was taken down 36 times, but he's 2-0. So, but I'm telling you, you can't wrestle. You're a suspect, or as Carson says, you're sus, dude. you
Sus.
you are
As
sus.
the kids say,
you
you're
are sus. You
That-
can't wrestle.
Wow, we need
Everyone
to get
knows.
we need to get hip, dude.
What is sus? By the way, Carson
Suspect.
always says that.
It's sus.
Is that what that is?
Oh, that's suspect.
What, you just been listening to that?
You know
and never
what?
understood it.
No, I never I thought, what's this sus? You know, hey, my two grandkids just the other day, I was talking about something I had, and they said in unison together. That sounds like a you problem.
Oh no.
They said that to me.
Oh, dude.
They were just joking around.
Yeah.
Let them-
I couldn't help but start laughing. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
They always
you
say,
laugh when you're a grandparent. let them one of them two girls say that to me, dude.
Listen,
tell you right now,
when
dude.
we played cornhole,
Oh yeah,
when
is that a
played
me problem, dude?
Listen.
Because now it's gonna be a you problem too.
You in the dark, no TV.
You in your room by yourself in the corner.
Listen, I got my kids. It's so fun to be a parent, dude. You're everything, man. Like all week going to the cornhole tournament we had, I'm like, I'm going to smoke them. Carson's, yeah, you are. So I go into it, and I'm like, oh, Uncle Zach can't touch me, right? I choke in the tournament. Zach beats me on this side.
Bang bang.
Well, every time we play 1-on-1, it's not even close. I choke. I don't know, but Carson goes, oh, Zach's L. That's what he says. Zach's L.
Wow.
He does this.
Let me see that boy running around right now. Dude.
Oh, Uncle Zach's L. I said, what? What's L? He's
No,
like,
actually, I'm
L.
W.
Yeah.
Carson, I'm W. All right, we got to wrap this up, folks. Just a couple other things. It was Jordan Burroughs, the GOAT's birthday this past week. You guys love birthdays. Drew, you celebrate birthdays for like
I
a
do.
month,
All
right?
month. I love birthdays.
Celebrates all month. I hate birthdays. Don't celebrate them. Kelly hates me. My family hates me for not celebrating birthdays. I don't understand celebrating birthdays, dude.
I know this.
What?
Last, like a month before it happens, we're told birthday's coming.
Drew sends out the
Birthday is coming.
Hey guys.
And then we have the
Just
birthday.
a heads up, we're 6
we have the
weeks
actual
out.
birthday
6 weeks out.
week.
Hey guys, we're 6 weeks out. That means in 2 weeks we start the
Just
festivities.
saying, guys, my speaker's been kind of bad lately. Be really nice to have a nice one.
I'll send out daily
Something
Amazon,
coming up? Something coming
Amazon
up?
recommendations of and just if you get a wild hair, you know.
Drew's birthday registry. Go ahead, accept the link.
I'm pretty sure we were in some sort of argument, and Drew made the comment, my birthday was just 4 days ago, and you got the right, you were going to say that to me now?
Yeah, wow.
It
Thanks
was just
for dragging
4
me
days
through the
ago.
mud. Jeez. It was less
All
than
right.
a couple
Happy
weeks.
birthday, Jordan Burroughs, baby.
All right, Jordan.
Other than that, James Green's back. Is that relevant? He's an old man.
Old.
I mean, someone commented, Dino, I think. Dino said, what? James Green's back. You guys going to
Yeah.
talk about James Green?
Well, that's
What's next for someone like him? After he got hurt, right? So he didn't. What happens? Is there like a year wait? Is there something in between?
well. The thing is that his history is every time he's dropped down to the Olympic weight of 65, he doesn't do as well.
Right.
He's a natural 70-kilogram guy. Well, 70 is only good for the World Championships. So is he coming back? You know, the next year's the Olympic year.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he come back to drop down to a weight that he's looked terrible at?
Yeah.
But maybe you got to remember, he's in his prime. He's probably in his prime. He had hip
You
problems.
think James Green's in his prime?
If he's got that hip
Whoa.
fixed, you two. It's like you two. You both think, oh man, we're in our prime now.
Whoa,
you
whoa.
two are way past your prime. Them days are gone.
No,
Listen,
my
this is
prime.
Them days are gone.
This guy puts his hand up going down a water slide and it's dislocated. His shoulders. I don't know.
Long
about
out of my
prime.
prime. Hey,
Listen, you know how we're not in our prime? We're talking about cornhole.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Where you don't have to physically take a step.
All right. Well, can he do anything? Can he perform? Olympics, anything?
I think we'll see by the next World Championship at 70 kilogram. Zane has to beat him somehow, and he's not done it
Ooh.
yet. Zane
Wow,
has to beat him to
Zane.
keep at
The Zane Train and James
70
Green,
kilo-
baby. It sounds
yeah,
like
to
a
keep that
80s
70
show.
kilogram.
Hop on the green train. Let's go. Listen, hey, real quick to
Green
touch
and the
up.
Zane Train.
I agree with what you said earlier with these mega programs killing the sport.
Oh yes.
No one cares.
Oh yes.
Dab
And
more
then
into that,
think
dude.
about this years
Maybe
later.
I'll do a
it
deep dive
trindles
into the
down.
analytics.
Trindles down. All of a sudden.
Am I watching Alabama versus Grambling State every week now in football? That's what it seems like.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get your Alabama and LSU, cool, but
And then everybody wants to get rid of wrestling right away. So the Grambling State's going to start to drop off. We know, Grambling State no longer has wrestling. And all of a sudden, the amount of places I can go to college and wrestle gets smaller and smaller. So me as an athlete, as a young kid, and most importantly, the parent who's kind of directing the young kid, What sport do we want to get in? We know you're athletic. We know you have talent. Should we do wrestling? Well, that's a narrow window there. That's a narrow window.
Curling. Go to curling.
All right, that is the best argument I've heard towards.
Yeah.
I agree. If you're a C wrestler, you're kind
the
of
best argument I've heard.
It's like being
you're
middle
just gonna
class in the
limit
world.
the
Middle class.
basically consumer base,
Yeah.
which we don't want
You're
because
not.
we're literally
Yep.
doing a show for this sport.
And unfortunately,
all right,
that
I mean, seriously.
that boogeyman is there. It's real, and it's in her face, and he's not going nowhere.
Okay, well now we
turn the lights on,
we have
wrestling.
a new mission, dude.
Turn the lights on and look under the bed. Get him out. Get that boogeyman out of here.
All right. Yeah, we have a new mission here. But all right, just a couple more comments. Michael Bradford on Gable. Gable's back. Michael says, "What is wrong with everyone? This man has been involved in allegedly not one but two cases involving sexual assault, rape. Go ahead and close your eyes and pretend you don't see the obvious, but I will not. I don't want my daughters near Gable Stevenson. I hope no other girls get hurt in order for all of you to see this clearly." Wow. Now, that certainly is an argument.
You go first, because
Yeah.
I got something to say.
Well, here's my thing. Just a quick thing. I don't know any details, so I am not elaborating into that. But I've also made this statement when he said he's coming back. A guy that's got allegedly a couple assault cases, true or not, now he's coming back to college? I don't like it. Just saying. I don't like it. So,
and my take is,
my eye's not turned.
my take is this, is I understand there's evil females out there that are they'll do anything
That is
to get
absolutely
this guy
true.
in trouble. There's a chance Gable was completely innocent of
100%.
that, right? However, it unfortunately, because of your mistake that you didn't pick the right company to be with, Mr. Gable Stevenson, you're on my what should I call it? Unsure status. I'm not going to pretend like you were guilty of anything.
Yeah.
But there is something that's still there. I didn't forget about that.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about that. And it does bug me a little bit, because if something part of that was true.
Well, I'll say this. Is that why he's not, is that maybe not the whole reason, but part of the reason he's not succeeding in WWE? Because that is a largely, I mean, half of those participants in WWE are female. I mean, hey, if we don't know what's going on behind the scenes there.
If AJ comes out as innocent,
You're still questionable.
He still has that label for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm unsure
And
about
his
you.
antics make you think you're not wrong for thinking that way.
I'm not going to.
That's the big thing.
well, he's in the antics business, but I'll
True.
say this, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. Generally, it is. If all of this is completely untrue, that's very unfortunate for Gable, because I'm sorry, just from an objective opinion, what would my response be? I don't know whether he's guilty or not, but if one of my daughters said, "I'm going to a party, Gable Stevenson's there," I would say, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is
Probably not.
Yeah.
like,
I
you're
mean, I'm
going to
with
tell
you.
your daughter.
Where if it was like Aaron Nagao was there, I'd be like, "You're fine."
Yeah.
I trust Aaron Nagao.
You're going to tell your daughter when she goes off to college, you do not drink any drink at any gathering unless it's your drink with a screw on top and it never left your hand.
You're going to tell.
You're also going to tell your son, do not put yourself in situations
the big
with a
thing.
girl that you suspect may be evil-driven, crazy, whatever, unstable, whatever term you want to get. Don't put yourself in that situation.
It's a great point. I think that lesson is taught very oftenly to the females. That the point to the females, don't let. I think that point's missed amongst the young men being raised. I mean, how many young kids are being taught, dude, you got to be careful around women? I'm just saying.
That's right.
That's a lesson that needs to be
You
taught.
could get burned.
If you got a name and you got money, you are target.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
I can't tell you how many women have been targeting me.
Where'd all the fun go? Where'd all the fun go? All of a sudden, this
Wow.
podcast.
I'm so angry.
All right, dude.
Who's
Now
real
we're
serious?
getting into deep
Real.
dive of
Who
what
made
real
that
college
comment?
wrestling is all about, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're talking about what it's all about. A couple left. We talked a couple episodes ago. PAWR video. Is that Mark Morris?
That is Mark
Yes, that
Morris.
is Mark Morris.
Mark Morris.
That is Mark Morris.
Mark
dude.
Morris.
MM, baby, let's go.
We appreciate you watching.
Thank
Give
you,
us
Mark.
A shout out on what is it now? PA Wrestling, Youth Wrestling, or what is it now? It's
Pennsylvania Wrestling Video or Pennsylvania
it's like
Youth Wrestling.
PAYouthWrestling.com. Shortened.
Pennsylvania Youth Wrestling is the site that.
PA. Shortened.
Yeah.
All right. Dude.
Boy, we don't
One
even
final
know.
one. Wait, hey, my boy here.
Even-
Wow. we
shout out.
just attempted to do Mark a favor, and we just blew up everything.
Shout out to that.
We just
what's
tore
that
the
website
house
called again?
down.
What do you have?
Set
Blew the whole works.
to literally the website you started. You can't think of the website name.
Cut this part out.
Oh my goodness,
That will
dude.
be edited.
Nah, I might leave that in, baby. All right.
Mark, we're sorry.
One final one. C. Crumb. Okay? C. Crumb.
Where? Seacrum where?
Well, yeah, C. Crumb where? He said, I feel bad for your dad.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yes.
Insert gunshot.
Thank you.
Guess what, C. Crumb?
Thank you, C. Crumb.
You won yourself a pair of BEG underwear, baby.
Whoa.
Every down
I'll go with
to
it.
the week. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Seacrum,
That boy clearly pooped
Tuesday,
his pants.
C.
That boy
Crumb-
clearly pooped his pants. He needs a
yeah.
new pair of
I
underwear.
want Seacrum on that
bad for your
premiere
dad.
on
What?
Tuesday.
No, wait. What?
And elaborate now, Seacrum.
C. Crumb is CJC141. Are we sure that's
it's
not?
CCRUME125. C.
Are we sure this isn't a
But-
troll account
No,
from
no,
someone
wait,
like
wait.
Cole? Look at it's a South Park emoji.
I was so impressed with that. I was so impressed.
I think that could be.
Zach,
I get an address.
I clicked it, and that actually is CJC141.
Who is that?
Well, I can guess a couple 141 pounders.
Chris Jericho. Oh, that's a wrestler.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Whoa.
Wow. What?
No way.
What?
Hold on. Let me grab the
Yes, that's right. You're starting to put the pieces together.
There is no way, dude.
Get that-
CJ Composto.
Wow.
Comment.
No.
CJ. CJ.
Hey,
Compose yourself with a comment
That is
like
a
that.
Penn
What are you
kid.
doing?
He's an
Hey.
Ivy Leaguer. He's
Them-
smarter than to be
them-
commenting on our
them
dumb
yeah.
podcast.
guys are smart.
Yeah.
See, he knows.
Actually-
what I probably have to put up with all the time. He could see it already. He could see it.
He's
What do you
just-
think? He dumb? He got in 10.
Hang on. I swear on my life I had him in my top 8. Yeah, that's why you ain't my top 8, CJ. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got any final thoughts?
Love you guys.
All right. Drew,
No.
casual fan
thanks
Drew,
for being
baby.
on.
Until next week, this is BEG Wrestling. We are here.